Hi, we're going to talk about a hard topic today, which is transitioning from infertility to adoption. If we haven't had an opportunity to meet, I'm Stephanie A. I'm the founder and executive director here at Adoption and Beyond. I am also an adoptive mama. Here at Adoption and Beyond, we help expecting and adoptive families move from pregnancy to placement and beyond through our step-by-step process. So the first thing that's going to be really important to think about as you consider moving from infertility to adoption is deciding when to stop medical treatment. That will be one of the first things to think about doing. For some families, it's pretty obvious when to stop, but for a lot of families, it's just not obvious. And you could continue to do medical treatment after medical treatment. A lot of times what stops the family is, of course, the cost of the medical treatments for infertility, but you just need to make a decision on when you're going to be stopping medical treatments before you move on to adoption. The next thing is just coming to terms with the grief of infertility. Infertility may be plan B, but it doesn't mean that it's second best. And so it's really important that you've grieved your infertility and are ready to come to adoption with hope. And I can always tell when my families are in a good spot. They move from wanting to become pregnant to wanting to become a parent. And they feel joyful and hopeful. And that's when I know my families are in a good spot to move from infertility into adoption. Another important thing is to make sure that you and your partner are on the same page if you have a partner. Most of the times you will not be on the same page at the same time. Eventually, hopefully you get to be on the same page, but you'll find that both of you are in very different places usually as you start coming from infertility into adoption. And it will be important that you are both on the same page at the same time when you enter into the adoption process. Getting started with adoption does not mean that you need to be fully resolved of your infertility. And let me tell you what I mean by that. Infertility is not ever fully resolved. Even if you adopt a child, that doesn't take away your infertility. And so a lot of people feel like they have to be fully resolved of their infertility before they can move on. And sometimes they're caught off guard when that infertility comes back up and catches them off guard. And sometimes we'll see this particularly when they do the matching process with the expecting mom and they see she's pregnant, and that can just really bring up those, infertility feelings of feeling inadequate, of not being able, their body's not able to, if this is what's true, their bodies are not able to produce a child or to be able to carry a child. And so that can bring up some infertility. So you never are going to be fully resolved. And as I just mentioned, adoption doesn't take away infertility. It just helps you become a parent in a different way than you originally had planned. So those are some of the things that you're going to want to think about as you move from infertility to adoption. If you have any questions, please feel free to pop them in the comments below. I'd be happy to answer them for you. And I'm going to link to a resource, the 5 signs that you are truly ready to move into adoption. So I hope you found this video helpful, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks so much. Bye.